Hey everybody, Groggy D. I'm setting up my New Year's fireworks for my demos. Just going to give you a little general information that I do. Coming up. Hey everybody, Groggy D here. We're getting close to New Year's 2023 into 24, and I got a little prep work to do before I shoot my demos, especially shells. I've got 24 kits of 5-inch shells to fuse together. In this video, I just wanted to give you just a little general information about what I'm working with this year and how I'm doing my fusing. And just real quick here also, I've got a lot of small cakes that I'm doing this year, quite a few. So I made these taped together things to fire at one at a time, but this will save me some bracing besides doing these little cakes one at a time. Folks, this video ran a little too long. I had to trim it down, so you're going to see little cuts like this right now where I speed things up. Back to my fusing. In this instance, I'm going to be fusing up growlers in my Kodiak Bear rack, I call it. It's a 6-shot mortar, all HDPE growler and Excalibur tube from those kits. The way I do these is I get my things and I thread them up and then I pull them out. So whatever position this is in right here is how I start and end. Now, I realized that I hadn't written down the names of the shells, so I went ahead and got started doing that. As I thread these, I'm going to write it down. Luckily, they're pretty simple names on a lot of them. Red Dahlia. All right, I'm going to show you how I fuse this rack. It's going to be 6 shells at a time for the entire kit, and then I'm going to show you how I do my other rack, which is 10 shots, plus a couple extras to make 12. That one will be something that I wanted to tell you about because it will require explaining. All right, in this stage, you saw what I did. I took the canisters and put them in. A lot of them in the nice new tubes, they slide right in, they hit the bottom, no resistance. But in some of the older tubes, wasn't this one, that's a new tube, this is the crooked one, it's nice and smooth at the moment. We'll see what happens after a few bangs. But this is an older tube that is sticking, still sticking, even with the paper removed. You saw me do that in the fast version. So I write the numbers on still and the effect. I had to do that on more than one. All right, so to start with, I try to keep this as organized as I can. Start with a length of fuse that I want. At the end of the fuse attached a little bit down the tube so that I can come like this and it'll be better later. But I'm going to be pulling the fuse taut. All of these fuses are going to be in front of the fuse I'm using to connect. Next stage, everything is zip tied once, pretty loose, approximately where I want the fuse to be located. I'll be pulling this taut soon and probably tightening these things down. To get these zip ties on, it became a bit of a routine for me. I slide this under this way and then bring it around and put it through. Okay, now I really worked on getting it mostly tightened down with the single zip tie, exactly where I want things to be. Next, I'm going to trim the long parts and then attach them with another zip tie, close to the edge of the cup. All right, here we go, folks, but I am so out of practice. This is really not my best fusing job. I wanted the joins to pretty much look like this, where the fuse is in the back and these zip ties are not impeding, but the zip ties are kind of kinked around in a strange way. Well, I've got quite a few to go, and that's why I get started early every year. So that's how I do this one. Let's take them out of the mortars and we'll see what they look like. And there we go, they're all back. Number one here. All right, that's how we do this rack. Now we got the other rack. Now I'm doing the raccoon peacock spider 5-inch canister shells in the newly stickered Phantom rack. I always start with crossfire over here on this side when I'm doing the order. Got a couple in there already. This is the side that I get to do 4 only. So this is actually going to start on this side. This one's going to start the fuse hanging over here. The fuse is going to be hanging over here. And there's still going to be 2 more shells that I have to fire in another rack, which is over there. You can't see it right now, but that's how that's going to go. I got one little complaint already, and let's see if I can put down this phone and show you how they did the taping on these canister fuses. They've been really messing me up. I guess you have to kind of pull this way, and there's no way to unwrap that tape ahead of time, and then hopefully it'll slide right off like this, but I've had it stick a few times. I've had it all bunch up and stick. Here's a look at the shells. I have the shell names down here, so I don't have to write them down, but here's number 4, blue to white strobe mines to white brocade crown to lemon. Number 4 matches up the same there. Yeah, so much easier time this time keeping the fuses organized in front. This is a very uniform rack, and of course the shells slide right in and out real nice. Or haven't used it much. These particular shells don't have that annoying plastic cap, which is nice. These all have various mines. I probably should have done these in the Kodiak Bear rack. I'll do the neon beef shells in that one because of the mines. The reason why I'm curious about timing sometimes. There's not much space in between these tubes. However, I did not have one double fire on me for an entire 24 shell kit that I did. Well, I hope that answers any questions for you. Please like and subscribe. I'm going to have a short little something about another thing I'm building, a little safety barrier, and I'm going to show you that as well. It's not going to be in this video. That'll be something in the short video. Groggy D out. Bye-bye.